All right, let's talk about something that pretty much every local business thinks about: Google reviews. We're going to break down how there's so much more than just feedback. We're talking about a powerful, active system that can seriously grow your business.
So just for a second, put yourself in your customer's shoes. They need something fixed or they need a service. They pull out their phone, they type it into Google. What is that very first thing they see that's going to shape their entire decision?
Yep, that's it. Your reviews. Before they ever see your awesome website, before they even bother to look for your phone number, they see that star rating. They see what other people, real people, have said about you. That's the first impression, and it all happens in a matter of seconds.
So here's what we're going to cover. First up, why reviews are the absolute lifeline for a local business today. Then we're going to get into the nitty-gritty and dissect the anatomy of a perfect 5-star review. And finally, the best part, we'll get practical with the art of actually asking for them. Okay, let's dive into the big picture. It's really time to stop thinking of reviews as this passive thing that just kind of happens to your business. We need to start seeing them for what they truly are: an active, powerful growth engine.
Let's call this concept review power. It's this very real, measurable ability of your customer reviews to directly impact how high you show up in a local search, how many people actually pick up the phone and call you, and maybe most importantly, the trust you build before you even say hello.
To really get why this works, you have to think like Google for a minute. Its entire mission, its whole reason for being, is to answer a user's question with the absolute best result. So when someone searches, Google is scrambling to find evidence to prove who is the most trustworthy, most reliable business for that job, right in that area. And guess what? Your reviews, they are that evidence.
And this is where it all pays off. When you consistently get detailed, quality reviews, Google rewards you. It's not magic. You literally start ranking in more zip codes, you start showing up more often in that all-important map pack right at the top, and the bottom line? Your phone rings more. It is a straight line from good feedback to more revenue.
Right, but here's the thing. Not all reviews are created equal, not even close. So in this next part, we're going to break down what makes a review truly powerful versus one that's just, nice to have.
Just look at the difference here. On one side, you've got great service. It's nice, but it tells Google and potential customers almost nothing. But on the other side, you have a story. It mentions the business name, the specific job, the location, and it describes the experience. This is the kind of review that actually moves the needle.
So, what's the magic formula here? What makes that second review so much more effective? Well, it's because it has these 5 key ingredients. It spells out the service performed, it pinpoints the customer's location, it includes your business name, it describes the customer experience, and, crucially, it shares a real emotion or the final outcome.
Let's really unpack this. That service mention, like garage door spring replacement, that tells Google exactly what you're an expert at. The location, in Huntington, that strengthens your visibility in that specific town. Mentioning your business name just reinforces your brand. Describing the experience with words like professional or fair pricing builds massive trust. And that little bit of emotion saved the day. That's the stuff that turns a casual browser into an actual phone call.
Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but the big question is, how do you actually get people to write reviews like that? Well, that brings us to our final section, a super simple, actionable playbook for mastering the art of the ask.
And the playbook really is simple. First, timing is everything. You've got to ask at that moment of peak happiness, which is right after the job is finished. Second, you have to make it ridiculously easy for them. Think QR code or a direct link. Third, guide them, just a little bit. And finally, be consistent. This isn't something you do once in a while. You do it for every happy customer every single time.
And look, guiding them doesn't mean being pushy or scripting it out. Honestly, most customers don't know what to write. A simple, helpful prompt like, "Hey, if you can mention what we did and what your experience was like, that really helps us out," is all it takes to get all those key ingredients we just talked about. Now, it's just as important to know what not to do. First, never ever offer incentives for reviews. It's a big no-no with Google. Don't just cherry pick your favorite customers. Google's algorithm loves to see a consistent, natural flow of reviews. Keep the asks simple, and whatever you do, don't wait a few days. That wow moment fades really, really fast.
So if you only take one thing away today, let it be this. Reviews are not just some nice-to-have bonus for your business. When you treat them right, they become a core, predictable system for growth that is out there working for you 24/7.
And that really brings me to the final question I want you to think about. Right now, is your approach to reviews just a passive hope? Crossing your fingers that someone might leave one? Or are you treating it like the active, powerful growth system it can be? The choice and the results are all yours.